Hey guys, little Coop update for you. I can't really remember where I left off, but the ceiling and the walls are all done in the main hen house. I used a lot of these, they're just pine boards, they're the rough sawn pine boards. And for the ceiling on the coop where the hens actually stay for the night, I used my hand planer twice in 2 days, which was kind of cool. So I'm always happy when I get to use that. And then I used sanding blocks to sand it with the rough pine. Usually there's a smooth side and a rough side, but what I did was I looked to see sometimes the rougher side was in better condition, just in terms of knots and things like that. So I kind of picked which side I liked better, and both of them, no matter which side I used, I sanded it and got them all nice and smooth. I didn't do that for, it's a walk-in hen house. So I did that on the side where the hens actually stay, and I didn't do it on the walls for the walk-in part because I just didn't think that, who cares? You know, it didn't matter that much. So I didn't bother to do that, but those walls are all done. Kind of a cool thing that happens when we had a rough idea of what we were doing, but nothing was really set in stone. And one of the things that was kind of undecided, I think if it were up to George, he would have done nothing, but was the floor. As coincidence, luck, whatever would have it, I was able to scavenge. Somebody was making a mahogany deck. So I scavenged the end pieces of that mahogany decking, which looks like this. Unbelievable. It's beautiful. So I took all the pieces that I had, and it was like a big giant jigsaw puzzle. I will show it to you right now, but literally I made one cut. Other than that, I jigsawed them together. One of the things when you're doing decking or flooring is you don't want seams to line up. You want to stagger the seams. So I was able to stagger all the seams and make almost no cuts. So I don't know how that happened. That was just pure luck. Really kind of cool. But this mahogany decking is unbelievable. The wood grain is so tight and it's so awesome. Super durable. Water. This stuff, when everything else is gone, this stuff will still be around. And it's kind of funny because now our hen house has the nicest floors they have nicer floors than we do in our house, but it's kind of cool. So let's go and I'll show you the hen house floor. So here you can see, oops, I was able to jigsaw the pieces of this mahogany decking all together. They've moved a little bit, so I'm gonna, fix them. But you can see also, I don't know if you saw, last time you saw one roosting bar, and now I've covered both roosting bars with that rope, which is really nice for the hens. They really like that. So they come in and out through the day, which is really kind of cool. Let's see, oh, I don't know if you can see them. They're trying to have a dust bath, but it's been pretty wet. So, but they're trying. They're super cute. They're adorable. Love them. So we also have a little shelf here. One of the ways I coax them in every evening is with lavender. So they love lavender, they love oregano, they love basil, they love cornmeal and lettuce. So every night when I come in here and I call them to come in and I sprinkle little bits of lavender all inside the ledge there, and they come right in to eat their lavender, which is really funny. And that's the leftover rope that I'll probably use for another roosting bar somewhere. But you can see these walls have all been done. I still have that bit up on the front top to do, but all of these walls now are done. What's left to do in here is the storage area. I'm gonna this mahogany decking came on pallets of mahogany, which is crazy, but I'm using those decking boards, or the pallet wood from the mahogany decking I'm going to paint it and put those walls up here to close that all in, finish the floor, finish the wall in the storage area. I'm building some doors for the storage area, and then I just need to finish a couple pieces here where the door jamb. So yeah, so that's it. Oh, this is new. You guys haven't seen this. We have our cedar shingles now. So awesome. On the front. So cedar shingles on the front are done. Yay! I did try a different stain for the inside of the door. Not sure. We'll see. I did the gravel. So I finished, well, almost finished all the landscaping. The gravel around the run is done. I planted the plants here. I've got one more to plant in there. That spot right there is getting an October Daphne. I planted a hydrangea, which is beautiful. Took that from somewhere else in the yard, so now there's a spot. And you can see the irises on the back of the hen house run are in bloom. Oh, and I planted the arborvitaes too, to shelter them from the wind. And I hung, shout out to Tracy. That bell is awesome. So when we open the chicken coop run, they hear their little bell. So that's one of the ways they know we're coming in. And there they are. They look super crazy, like something's wrong with them when they're doing a dust bath. And I always count them because I'm worried that, I don't know, somehow one is going to go missing, but there's nothing wrong with them. They're actually taking a dust bath. So that's that. You can see another head of lettuce, their daily head of lettuce, almost gone. They love it. They're crazy. So I'm going to close that back up. That one's easier. Okay, so what else have I been working on? I've been doing some landscaping. Oh, the doors. So I have sort of a little plan for the doors. I don't know. Haven't quite figured that out yet, but I replanted a tree this morning. The cherry tree was over there. I moved it. And then this area over here is the white garden. So as you can see, there's a little walkway here that I dug up all that grass and then filled it in with mulch that we had from our wood chips, from our firewood. And then put a weed barrier down, and then I hauled a lot of wheelbarrows full of gravel over here. We have a beautiful white rose of Sharon that I moved. And then I planted all of these. This little guy is I've moved it a million times, so that's moved. It's been all over the yard. This, I forget. I think maybe it's a pussy willow. I don't know. And then these little arborvitaes. These little buggers. So cute. The catmint I took from other parts of the yard that you can see here. And so yeah, this whole area here is all new. I just created that in the last couple weeks. And in order to build the ground up, I took a log from a tree that had fallen in our yard, and I put it there, and I filled in the dirt, and then I took these little stone crop from all over the place in the garden, and I just kind of put them onto the earth. They'll take anywhere and they'll just spread, and they're pretty good at keeping the weeds out. So I kind of like that little area. So here's a little white rose bush, and then the lavender. This is the first year that I have lavender that's coming back. Somebody had told me I had such bad luck with lavender that I was about to give up. Oops. And then somebody finally told me plant it against a north-facing wall because that will protect it. So luckily we had put this fence up for our grill area, and so I planted all my lavender along this fence, and voila, there are little buds here. It's about to bloom. I've never had lavender come back and look so fantastic. Here's one and another one that I thought were completely gone, and I kept them because I'm hoping they come back. They're much happier, obviously, now that they're planted in an appropriate space. So we have lavender, and this is lemon thyme, which I love. Oh, I love that smell. So lemon thyme is one of my favorite plants because it's almost an evergreen. It stays green almost year round, and it's like a little bush. It almost is like a boxwood. Super easy to propagate. I mean, they all start. This big bush right here started out something almost about this size, really small, and they just grow and grow. This one right here, I took a sprout and I dug it into the ground, and that creates a whole new plant. So I've done that all over the place. New plant just from putting it under the dirt. And so I'm trying to get this whole area to be lemon thyme. And over here we have our white rose bushes. This is that's a climbing rose bush, so I'm going to need something for that. And this is just a white roses, regular white roses. And then the beach roses have already started to bloom. Oh, and I gotta give a shout out to Calvin now. Calvin, these are your white hosta. Your white and green hosta. So I have to do some more landscaping and do some mulch here because they're really beautiful. They fit in perfectly here. So I'm really happy about that. I still have lots of gravel to bring in. But yeah, so shout out to JB, oregano over here, and which will have white flowers. And there's more over on the other side of this wishing well, which I planted some. This is an evergreen that'll stay green all winter. Calabrotia, I think, are those little white flowers. And then this is white licorice. Who knew? Perfect for my white garden. Still need to mulch that. Then what else? Another white rose bush and another white rose bush. And this guy is like unbelievable. This was a little catmint that I bought, and it has exploded. It's huge. So I'm going to wait until it flowers, and then I'm going to cut it back, and then I'm going to divide it because there are other places that I want to put it, and it's just massive. It was just a little thing, and now it's absolutely huge. So, in this area over here, we have the pink roses. So these haven't started yet, but the beach roses have started to bloom, and they're beautiful. And then that is a rose bush. That's knockout roses from Tracy. So those are red and pink and reddish pink. So yeah. And then of course, I'm perpetually stacking wood. So I did that yesterday. I stacked that wood. And then here's our pile of gravel that I fill the wheelbarrow. And then bring the gravel wherever it's needed. So that's about it. So you get to see my little workshop area. The weather's been a little funny today. It says no rain, then it's kind of raining, whatever. So I've got to finish my pieces for the doorstop and paint my pieces for the storage area there in the hen house. And yeah, that's it. So that's the update on the coop and the garden, kind of what I've been doing. Lots of landscaping, planting, replanting, moving stuff, shoveling literally tons of gravel and moving it, and getting that all done, and doing my little woodworking stuff. And I think that's about it. And doing making bread in between of all that too. So that's it. I hope you guys like the update, and happy quarantining to everyone. I know it's kind of some people I guess are enjoying it. I'm not really that much, but I'm busy, so I guess it doesn't matter. So stay busy, stay healthy, stay happy, and I look forward to seeing you guys again on the next update. Hopefully I'll have those doors done.